onto Cloud9 when they played against G2. So something
Okay,
that
pretty
MIBR
standard
could pull
stuff.
up, maybe something that's new, but it's not. They're playing something very standard. Instead of an Omen though, playing an Astra, so you're losing a little bit of that extra flash, but still getting a lot into the pulse plant utility.
The Cubit Academy stuff, yeah, we haven't watched the video yet.
On Cloud9, but MIBR is going to
We haven't watched the video yet. We could watch it at the end of this. We'll see.
A little bit of that
We'll see if we get time.
and the Astra. Interesting.
And interesting enough too,
Sonia, how long is the video that you linked me?
Cloud9. I'm going to put it out there right now because when you look at C9 digesting what happened against G2, they weren't familiar to play against a chamber. So now you want to brush things, you want to watch demos. Okay, there's been moments where we really haven't re-cleared middle the correct way, and we got punished for that. Now that they've isolated that and understood that, okay, well maybe in these moments we could do that again, but now they're doing it against a more standard
see how tired we get.
something that they're used to playing against.
Wait, Vic on the raid boss, they did this strat before. Yeah, they did this pistol before, so they run it again. I'm not sure Vic was a raid boss for it though. Yeah, and there goes the raid boss.
Mitch on the side, it's
Very nicely handled. Do they expect Zephyr to be this close? Do they expect the lucky middle?
I love here that Cortesia is not continuing to push forward. It allows for them to just fight a 1v1, but even for C9, they don't care about
timing looks rough.
They want to
oh my god, timing looks rough for both.
Beautifully done there, but Net's able to find that quick trade for the teammate. The ghost is there for Net. Usually alone on the lurk, knows this situation and how to create 1v1.
Weird back to side when they go for this swing. It's never like great.
There's one, the trail, almost a swing just under the chin of Aspas and a miss.
Got close. That's the first pistol for them though, so
they almost got the lineup too. I think he even got a chest shot with the ghost. It was going to be super
close. What's on Dapper being a coach now? I think it's a good move from him. He tried a good amount in tier 2. And he was always like pretty good, but I think when there's all like the new kids coming up, and the new kids are like pretty insane, and it feels like on the big stage the tier 2 kids are pretty like they're putting up the same numbers that they do in tier 2. I think it's a good move for him, and he's been playing for a long time.
A pistol round in this series.
It's a lot of work though, so hopefully he's ready for that, but I reckon he will be. Yeah, they're sending it. Get the plant though.
You saw him whipping across the ropes from the defensive side to find something. And
yeah, but if you look at the MIBR, buy, they're in a good spot for this.
All right. Next round.
Everyone bought a rifle. It's not like we got Vectors or Stingers or anything that they continue over. They pretty much just get a full buy rounds. G2 saving us. I mean, sorry. It felt natural to say G2. But
it's actually quite interesting.
C9 saving us some time.
G2,
I was remembering the first one.
Usually a lot easier to get
look at that in my head, dude.
Take control of the orb and kind of work a default in that 1-3-1 right after on your attack side default. But MIBR are leaning towards B a lot here. Owl Jones still to start things off and potentially waste out the first wave of util as Mitch finally throws the knife out.
Nas were getting set up on some of those alt orbs here, so they make sure they have a good post plan on these. Nat have to go on the ledge. It's just going to mess up his aim. Aspas takes advantage of that as the rest of MIBR starts to scale into the site very quick.
Really nice site here. Got some nice KO stuff.
Agreed. And that's the beauty too of playing a composition like this for a brand new team. When you talk about the synergy just on paper of what you could do without thinking about the map, you already know the timing that the KO flash could throw, what Aspas could do on the dash to entry towards that side. It almost looks like an old school Aspas playing with Loud in their championship days, where he's going to be there, the tip of the spear really going in and finding good value with good
money is out of control from MIBR.
So for MIBR to convert that pistol into a bonus and forcing C9 on a save, that's a night and day performance from what we just witnessed on Lotus.
And you're starting them off at 4-0-1, so Aspas' confidence through the roof as well. He knows there's a lot of utility behind him that can help, and with all the Shenum smokes, he's only having the angles he wants to look at when they enter.
I prefer the
sites.
Jet or the
Really
Yorick. I don't mind either. I think if you're playing the Jet, it has to have a KO.
Right off the bat here in Abyss.
Any other comp, I prefer the Yori.
And again, it's just learning on what C9 has been doing here against G2, but Jimmy mentioned it during the interview at the halftime with Dan Dryad, where they already knew that what they were doing, it looked like on paper or when they were playing the game that they were being
going for the B hits. Yeah, they're doing it back to them.
After watching the tape, they're still pretty comfortable with the game plan that they have. So technically going into the map veto against MIBR, they won this, right? It should be an easy 2-0 for
I feel like
Cloud9.
Ray's
But
Haven
MIBR, they're doing a
has
great
potential
job
now that the
finding
meta's
those
changing.
weaknesses very
Problem
early
is,
and punishing
the
these
meta's like
plays
changing on
towards Wool,
every
where
map apart from
Nick
Haven.
couldn't escape really because he's playing an Astra.
You would have to do a mad comp to go for it. There probably is something that would work well.
C9, we're gonna be very quiet to start these off, fans. They know Aspas is ready to peek, ready to look out. We talked about what he can do to a server, right? He just makes you feel
But
like
does Jed need the KO, the flashes? Yeah. It's all about the flashes, especially over towards A, like flash
And they also
close,
use
flash
both
deep,
of the
or flash
rifles
over
that
the
they
top.
save towards that
Like
same
here.
site where that stack is. So Mitch so far, he's finding audio information. You can't really
Also, you can
smoke
kind of
towards
just
that
spam
front
B
form
hits. The
because
knife that
he
goes
goes
like
all the
into
way
the
up
pit
towards
is
that
so
B site.
sick.
So for MIBR,
Okay, a
that
little bit of
smoke,
pressure
and
from
also
MIBR over
actually
towards
Nick,
A,
he's playing
and then
Astra here
end
in this
over
map.
towards B.
But at
And
least it's good
C9 have had
information
enough of the B
knowing
hits. We've
that
got
here
4
at
people
MIBR
here
not gonna be
early.
hitting towards this A site, so they
Got 4
actually have
people
a good
here,
read
and the
on
person
this
that's watching
stack
mid
on
makes a lot of sense, right? Because he can focus over towards site, give him a recon, and then carry on watching middle.
All these smokes to come out, the paranoia as well.
Yeah, here comes the smoke over towards heaven, here comes the recon, and he's going to focus on middle. There goes the recon, kind of clears, make sure that no one's pushing, and Mitch goes down, over rotate, you're going to be able to get the plant, and it's all falling apart.
So they're being a little worried about this, as they should.
But the original idea was good.
Exactly. Right now for Cortesia staying on top middle, but there's only 13 seconds left. If there's still a star left for Net, and he could suck it off the spike. There it comes for that spike attempt, and he'll go down. There's no stars coming through from Net. So no shenanigans coming through.
Double trade, a swing there. Nice job by Zenom to use the structure around him, getting that easy frag out. And now it's just looking for Zeppa. It does have the Phantom, so look to save this in the end.
Save or do damage. You still are going to have max bonus into the next round.
They got money.
So you could go for a half shield buy if you want to, but he's going to choose the option of saving his rifle, which is also very fine in that moment. But to go back to that round,
Wasn't pretty. I would say the recovery was pretty good from him aim-wise.
Here on these lurks. Also, when we're looking at the first week of kickoff, you get an opportunity to speak here with Milao.
Is the best normally attacker side AD? Yes, it is.
Going from like what, a controller role to a sentinel role, back from the Brazilian scene into the Americas, and he has crispy shots. And now you have somebody with great aim that's able to find timings like he just did right there. You want to see more of that on the attack side of MIBR.
No more retake simulator. Cortesia creating these situations for the rest of the team. So now we're seeing him get into the mix. This is what we wanted from those last
smokes, yeah.
4 for MIBR now.
Saw some cool smokes from Gentlemates with the Astra. That's honestly, I like the way the Gentlemates played the double smoke comp.
So now they have a little bit more post-plan advantage.
It was like Omen for everything, pretty much Omen for every smoke like past this line. And then everything defensive, Astra smoke.
C9's going to try to play aggressively as MIBR, so that knife comes out
and the Astra would just save double smoke for when they hit site, so makes it a lot harder for them to actually take space.
On the B side solo. That hasn't been spotted yet by the Brazilian team.
Maybe they just give him a quick Cosmic Divide if he does start to get hit fast. They have the means to shut down and save his life, but it's going to be a B hit. MIBR is focusing the right site right now, and it's going to force everyone out.
Every single time it's getting a plant down. They got a retake with Oxy's up.
It's been MIBR kind of out of position once these happen.
C9 have all the util.
There should be no problem.
It's going to be difficult to retake though, because you have an operator
Nozzle playing off site. Okay, this is nice from MIBR though. Everyone's in the right position. So overall,
Cosmic Divide's gonna split a little bit just so they can get a hold of this chaos.
Bro.
Nosler does capitalize on one as Oxy tries to break the crosshair.
Oh yeah, they're getting wrecked.
Oxy still is gonna find it. Nothing's going down. We see the pings happen. The trade's back into a smoke. MIBR is capitalizing so much, but wait a minute. Cloud9 with 2 as they're chasing. Now they're running blood in the water, and it looks like Aspas is gonna
that
go
was
hunt.
nice. Then we're kind of
by Artazine, almost catching players off guard, trying to run back.
we played a lot of games on this map.
So
That was
nice
a cool
shot,
little
but they
angle.
lost net in the process.
Save that operator for Oxy. They want it. Even though it kind of slowed them down on the retake, they feel like it's what can shut down MIBR as they go to hit these sites. The op gets saved. MIBR pick up round 5.
Fracture.
Really down for that anyways, to see Mitch also pull out and save an operator. And he also did that trade-off to allow Ox to move inside the site. Because Mitch has been good on operators on, you know, unorthodox agents like a Sage, for example, back in his early C9 days here in Valorant. So
he was the flexiest of flex players.
Exactly.
I don't know what how Gravinet goes.
So going into that one though,
honestly,
for Cloud9, like they still had
in
a
the
great
comp,
idea
you could
of
probably
what
try
they wanted to do
Forza on
towards
every
that
map.
site. But
Might actually be the
to
truth.
move into A and get a plant with barely any util used. They just walked
Mine
in,
works
they went
a
for
little
recon
bit
towards that
differently
back,
though.
they realized that the site is clear, they went for a
I
pop
think you
flash,
necessarily have to have a drone.
and now everybody's trying to play the retake for Cloud9 when you're playing against a Hunter's Fury, where you can't tempo as quickly as you can because you want to try to
It's an
leverage
early
the operator
timeout.
and hoping to punish
Well,
MIBR on
I
its
said it's an early
overextension.
timeout, but honestly,
They did so with the Hunter's Fury
5 in
at
a
least,
row.
so there is support
Goodbye
around
rounds gave him
MIBR's
enough
game
chance.
plan on
I think
how
double
they wanna
smokes
play these
is
post plans. So at least
a
here
must
you're
on this
looking at
map.
what Fraud said, the boxes
The more
you
I
have
watch
checked
it, I
here
do feel like
in the
it's...
second map, they are definitely taking them.
I think it makes
And
life a
it's
lot
of
easier.
teamwork, too.
But I think
3
if you
kills for
have
everyone across the board,
only
Ospas
one
has
smoke,
4. So
if you just
everybody's getting in the
spam
mix,
sight
they're
hits
hitting
and you
their
don't get
shots.
shut
This is
down, you're
what
okay.
MIBR
But I think
looks
the
like
double smokes are
when the
good when
team
you
is
start
on,
getting
when
shut
they're
down, you
flowing,
need to do
and
like
they're
mid
feeling these
pressure.
rounds, especially just after a loss
But
they took
honestly, if you
on
literally have a
Lotus.
comp that
Didn't
is so
matter to
good
them.
for spamming
They
sites,
reset
then I
and
think you're
break,
alright.
and they come back strong here on Abyss.
Just because of the maps,
They've been there
just
before, right? With these type of players around
the
the
maps are
veterans
so
team,
far
Ospas
rotate,
and
and mid doesn't mean
Fraud.
too
I
much.
mean, even if you're looking at the performances from kickoff to the stages, they've always been
Or at
towards
least
the
mid
losing
pressure
end,
doesn't
so
mean too much unless you get to like these
for them, it's
areas.
just always a learning experience on that side, and the learning is turned out quite well for the debut of 2 of these players around this roster.
Okay, change up.
Okay, nice
Oxy
little pop
tanks
flash
the
on the
flash and Aspas saw him,
Just
so
making sure he knew
we
when
got
the ledge
another
was, the
flash to
updraft
actually
needed to
set him up
happen.
towards the angle,
Safe, no
and
shot,
like
they know
I
the
said,
office
it's
there,
going
though,
to
and
side
that's gonna
hit,
be
is
his
what the
power-up,
comp
basically.
does.
It's going to be protected pretty
And
heavily.
where is his
Our team
help?
goes down. Null Command still working pretty hard. Just
Ooh, this
to
is pretty
chest through the
criminal.
smoke it would be, but it's no shot. Cortesia, Ospas coming to the
Oh,
site
this is
fast.
criminal.
Cloud9 on top of it before it even happens. And now we get the Cortesia walk around just to get himself there.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, I'm here. I could throw a hat for us, but then
Yeah, this wasn't
just
great.
alone as his teammates were falling down. I mean, look at where these X's are. It looked like they were trying to fight as a team for MIBR, but they were not. I was actually scratching my head on Artesian just running alone with the Null Command. Yes, he's able to find information, but there was no util, no players swinging outside of that smoke for instant trades.
Hello,
so
Echoes.
so much good value coming out from
How we
Oxy
doing, mate?
with the operator, with the crossfire setup. I think from Mitch too on the other
Echoes,
side.
what country are you in
that
right
A
now?
site. MIBR, I mean, off a timeout. That
Mr.
should've been
Worldwide,
something they
I just
could've
can't
moving
keep
forwards
up.
to, with all these rounds that they strung, the confidence they brought through.
You're in America?
Continue to
Yeah.
try to disrespect C9 in their attempts here to come back in the game. And they'll start now with the first round.
3 for Oxy on the op. They put that over towards
Yeah,
B.
we
Yeah, you would think. You're
we
like,
can't
hey,
have a
Flash
repeat of
Oxy,
this round.
rush that site.
It was not
Man's
great.
already repositioned, has assistance, ready to defend. Can't get much by the young one.
Not great at all.
See again, he was just flashed, updrafted, and got back behind the bridge. Stepa on his right. And like you said, all those X's just in a line in the front, almost
Very
like they
nice.
had a crossfire. Really, it was just
How long are you there for,
1-2
Adam?
in the back of A.
One more
Great
year
job,
after
IC, man.
this,
They pick up their
or
first, and a few ults to use here coming into round 7.
Yeah, an important ult for a retake or delay here out from Mitch.
Ospas
Aspas be
reaching
dashing
the
in
mid
there.
as well.
There might have been some util I missed, but for sure, yeah.
I love this type of battle. Oxy too having an opportunity to fight against Ospas, jet on jet, in terms of this mirror match. He wants to prove here that he could triumph and take over as the best jet player here in the Americas. You can see
Okay,
him
we're going to
pushing that
see
A
an
right now.
op battle, maybe?
Maybe I go a little further. He backed up towards the box.
Yeah, we got a little flash to
Because
set him
Oxy
off.
has
You want to do this?
Don't go any further.
Advantage though is that Ospas
Surely we
still
don't
has
dry
his
peek
dash, and he
this.
could leverage that too for that one-on-one where Oxy can't really escape. He's got Cloud Burst maybe to try to escape, and it's a 3-2-1 swing.
Oh, God. How did he manage to get a double out of that? Was that a jump
Into
peek
the face
that
of
came in?
Ospas. A double for Oxy. He pushes up
I was
to grab
not
that main
expecting the
control.
double.
And now it leaves MIBR
I was
wondering.
expecting the flick,
They
but I
lose
was not
basically
expecting the
everything that would get
double.
them into sight, and now
It was
they
really
just have that
fast, though.
silver
I'll
dart
give
to
him
use
that.
from
It was
Nosler.
really, really fast.
Oxy has dash now.
Nice
But
shot.
they lost Zeppo at least. Now, again, great lurch coming out
30
from
seconds,
Cortesia.
vision block over
Thankfully
towards
enough,
B.
it's maybe
Got a
enough to
free
break the
plant
map,
here. This one's
and
doable.
Going into the re-hit into this B site. The walk for contact.
Did they expect the Astra so close?
See the rotation from
I mean, they're
Oxy
holding
now.
for it, but do they
Really
actually
great
expect
save
it?
so far by MIBR. Can they keep it going though to repair this round? Cortesia
No
with
way.
one
Look at
piece,
the
and it's gonna
timing
be
on
just
this
out
one.
of time.
3v5.
3 more now. Oxy full rotate. Blades are out. There's one just to his left. Here's the shot actually from Astra as well. Shenum.
Holy.
Shenum's gonna go down. The ace from Oxy just in the side.
Oh
He's got
my
the Oxy
God,
ace.
bro. That is up
Pulls
there.
out the
That is
round.
really up
The
there.
iBuyPower ace
It's
from
a
Oxy,
double
ladies and
entry into a 1v3,
Everything
and
looks
that
so good
Penny,
for
this
MIBR
fourth shot on this
in
guy,
this
that
post
is
plant. The fact that they walked
is
in,
not
left the
easy to
site
do.
open was
That was
Cloud9,
impressive,
and he
man.
took
Nice movement
advantage
as
of
well
the
in the end.
pinch. The rookies coming in to isolate the players, to shoot them from behind, and suddenly Oxy comes in for the rescue.
I believe that
Yeah,
is
look
our
at this
first of
for
the
a
week,
clip.
too.
This
So
is up
iBuyPower
there.
is giving away a PC for the first ace of the week. After that, $100 Riot gift card and $100 in iBuyPower rewards for each one we see further for the week. And make sure you hit up iBuyPower on your socials. Hashtag unlock your ace, because Oxy just did.
And that's the fear that Oxy could instill.
Yeah,
After that
it's a
first
beast
kill,
play.
you're seeing that Shannon was just running back for his life so that at least
Money's
they could play the
pretty
crossfire
low for MIBR on this one. They got Astro ult, they can make it nice and simple. Oxy tanks a knife. Committed in front. Ah, dude.
On that height. A fast hit towards B.
Oh my gosh. Just Aspas tunneling down onto Oxy there. They finally get the 2, and yeah, C9's gonna have to wait for the scatter here, or Mitch.
They might use the Astro against them and take a lot of space here. It's a really nice knife. Big flash.
Oh, the creep down. He uses the audio for the drop just to hide it. Still can't find anything as they mill about and try to get another position.
Oh my god, big flash with the Omen flash.
Back from Cortezia. They're still going in. Vic chooses the shorty, but goes back as Zeppa also picks up a frag. It's going to be Shenum. Now he has to get to the side, just on the ledge. The defuse isn't there. Faking it back and forth, the spin. Vic gives him his back. He's firing too high. Fires to the left, but Shenum's able to grab it. Get that 9th round.
Nice.
Beautiful job. Or get the 6 for them, I should say.
Yeah,
that was a round
9, win
that was
1, lose 1.
By C9
Money's in the bin, but they can still buy this one, so.
That time it was a 5 versus 3 for MIBR, and you saw this super nice paranoia coming out here from Vic. Yes, it allowed for them to come in and swarm through and get a couple of picks, but not enough of a buddy system to thwart that double swing out from the window for MIBR on the post plant.
Are we going to have Aspas go wild this round, fans? It might be.
He's got Blade Storm and only a shorty. Already pops
yeah, but
him
they got a lot of
in.
kills, so.
Gonna try to clear the way for him to move in.
This is probably the big rounds. How many does C9 need realistically? 4? 4 if they got a really strong attack.
It's just going to be 1, so it looks like C9 will have the retake on this. Aspas will get all the room that he wants, but he's been pushing up and scaling, causing a lot of problems for C9's retake.
So far, at least, the TP that we see from Vic doesn't allow MIBR to get forward space on top of Heaven. So all they want to do is stall, which is great. MIBR did try to press forward just like this as Artazine almost got punished. And now all of C9 can group up.
Yeah, much they can delay on site here.
Info, he just grabbed his cube.
With a tag, a server will be nice.
Bigger here. Nice damage to start from Aspas. Punch's Fury is going to cause a bit of chaos right up the gut in the site as Oxy starts to open it up. Nazra, quick trade back. Everything, a patience, a moment to breathe, but Oxy keeps it going. Not a time to
my god, his decision making is so crazy.
Shenum now tries to trade it back with Cortezia. It just leaves Zeppa.
Maybe.
Clutches happen every day for this guy, but MIBR has been on point in these post plants. A quick star will deter the defuse, and now Zeppa has to go searching. He almost gets the last one.
No time on that as well, though.
Again. The rookies are firing for MIBR.
And that's why
C9's got to eco this.
Alive was super important. Yes, he almost got caught towards Ivy, but where he falls back, when he found all of that information, it's towards that side where they planted that spike. So yes, there was a paranoia once again that hit both of them from Vic onto MIBR, but he throws a pop flash towards the air. Doesn't give a chance for C9 to get the best value around their Hunter's Fury. And that small piece of util once again allows for MIBR to play that delay and win at least due to time and force C9 to make mistakes.
Crazy stuff here from MIBR. Really great adjustments.
Yeah, I'm not sure who did it, but someone drops Oxy a hero gun.
Pushing a bit this time, Vance.
Yeah, it makes sense. Eco round for Cloud9. Guardian for Oxy, trying to trade it off.
Very nice. That's a gun to double up. They lose over towards B side again, but they double the guns. If Neck can get a kill, he gets Astro ult, but this is
He's gonna have 4
this
players
is the pause.
crunching him on him and not giving a chance here for Cloud9 to allow Noswar to play the pulse plan in front B.
Wait, does Mitch get good timing?
By rounds. They've always been trouble in their opponent's side, or thorn in their side. Can it be this time again? Artazine says no, even after one trade.
Hey, what the hell's going on with the Omen cape? Very nice. Dude, there's been an impressive half from MIBR. They literally just spam B hits and it's just so strong. There's just nothing C9 could do.
Down on that round, but MIBR do it in pretty clean fashion.
Again, Fraud mentioned it. How do you react rather on the
It's so
reads that you
funny,
get?
man.
So
C9 literally
Artezine
did this to
and actually
MIBR
Cortezine
on
at the very beginning
Lotus,
to
just
start things off,
spam
got
C
picked off,
hits,
got
and now
information. There
MIBR
was
are
at least
literally just
3
doing it
players in his
back.
point of view,
Yeah.
so that there was going to be a flank no matter what. So Shinam, he holds the staircase. He trusts here that Nosworth could watch the front, which he did. Got a double kill out of that, as you just saw.
Buzz. Play the
So
Buzz
they react
pause.
quite well. Communication's very
Yeah, it
good.
looks like Oxy heard you.
And MIBR are really crushing here on this map of Abyss.
They really want that operator back in play too. Pushing towards A, start things off as the spike is just roaming mid.
Yeah, just trying to hold it back for a bit too. Door is not being broken, but it's actually being pinged out. So just potentially saying, watch out. They could maybe go for a pinch around here. Maybe they heard the door break early at the beginning of the round as well.
Okay, we actually call for A
Because
rounds.
he did have players inserted in the very
And I
beginning here from this
imagine...
Shannon push
Well,
with Artezine.
I say Vic's gonna leave here,
Now
but
back to
if
a
Zeppa
4-1 in
drones
that
middle, like
mid-round.
now, then these two can definitely focus over
He is
towards
still
A.
trying to activate on
Yeah, this
a
is nice.
paper.
Re-clear. So we have knife to
They've been
re-clear
liking
close,
kinda
then we
wasting
have
that
drone
first
to
40 seconds of
re-clear
the
further.
round, knowing
And we've got a
C9's
3-person
moved a
stack
little
on
bit,
A.
It's enough for them to feel like they have some control here. And they hit the site during that
Does Zeppa send it?
Quick Hunter's Fury comes in. A lot of pings are going down, but nobody can capitalize just yet. MIBR does find shots towards the back of the site, and C9 just gets obliterated.
Bro, their
to start
sight hits
things
are just
off.
too
While
strong.
all this happens, Cortezia
Every single time
inserted
they
on
got
top
like an
mid.
ult
He's cutting the rotates.
to help them out, it
It's
feels
so
like.
simple, at least from the point of view as we see
Oh
all
my
10
gosh.
players.
Or they're just getting all the
But
opening
it's working
entries.
according to plan. What they drew up here for MIBR in this default composition, the bench comp on
Yeah.
Abyss. But
But
they're lining up the stage
looks
so
annoying
far
to
with
play
how
against. He's
clean it
looking
looks.
great.
It's for sure comfort.
It
as
helps
well
when
for
your
these
team gets
players you
entries
see
over
coming
towards the
in.
sides, though.
I mean, Cortezia feels so
Like the dream.
comfortable, it seems, on these rotations.
Gonna watch China in the
Just
morning?
getting the
Yeah.
flanks in
We'll watch the
control
China best of 5.
and getting that information to the team.
oh my goodness.
Hello.
Knife to knife.
Very
Trying to give him a
nice.
loper dart to confuse him, but Shenham's not being confused, not right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing so well.
You're not playing Teo, so that's not going to do any damage if it actually lands on him. But yes, it's super clean, as you just mentioned, Riv, for MIBR. This is 4 rounds in a row.
Looks way
Stringing 5 rounds at
comfier
the very
on
beginning
Cypher
too.
than compared to Vice.
And it took, what, a timeout out from
Yeah.
Mibr to allow Cloud9 to
But
at
that's what he
least
plays on
get 2
Haven
rounds.
as well, right?
They'll have a chance very soon here to play their own attack side, to manipulate the map themselves.
And
It shouldn't change-
doubters,
it shouldn't
take a
change
look at the
too
top of the
much, though,
scoreboard
Des.
there for the
Yeah.
side of MIBR. Cortezia
It's only
and
really
Shen
the
on top
Flash.
on the list there. Quite a few
Speaking of
frags on the
Flash,
rest
Flash
of the
does
team.
play top and middle, and they are
Cortezia's
so
gonna do it
ready
again
for
on
this.
Oxy.
Yeah,
A
I mean, this is
huge
just the
start off
most
on the round for that
common
first blood.
jet
Yeah, I
ult
think Nosworth
that
just
we
went
see
for a
these
recon
days.
dart off the pop flash play
It's just
from
becoming
C9,
so
and it was
common
just
that
an
honestly
easy
every time
kill.
someone has a jet
As
ult on
Oxy was trying
defense,
to
you just
find a
see people
surprise
just
play.
waiting back here.
All right, final
So,
round of
shout
our
out to
first
MIBR
half
for this
here.
one.
And already they start 5v4 trying to
The
convert
dart
this
landed on a mid dash.
beautiful
Oh,
shot from
really?
Cypher.
Well,
That's a green
that
light go for sure.
that that doesn't
Jump
help.
over.
I was too busy
Inside
looking
is
at
easy.
their dart and
Nah,
just where everyone was
Cortezia is in
sitting, because their
between
dart
just
went
about
here.
Everybody, how much damage can he do? And Nat's gonna say, not this time.
Yeah, a little bit exposed there at this
Yeah.
point, but you still have other players
Oh, Yampy, I'm so
inserted for
jealous of
MIBR.
that.
Look at
That-
this
that
cross
stuff
run
is
they'll potentially
incredible.
have here towards Z.
With dart out, they leave tower. It's just kind of a fight for the high ground right now as they're trying to get back into sight. Spike already planted, obviously, so C9's got to do some work here. Ospas and the rest of the team just start.
Dude, look at the
Right as that's a
Omen
3K
cape. I can't
for
stop looking at
Ospas.
it. Okay, that's a
And the
very,
first
very,
half,
very,
10-2
very
in
impressive
favor
half
of
from
MIBR.
MIBR.
I
These
gotta
side
give it to
hits
MIBR here
are
on that half, a
strong.
lot more confident in their post
What
plans.
rounds did
They were
C9
definitely
win?
more
An
assertive,
Oxy hero
especially
play,
around the Hunter's Fury.
1v3,
That was
and the
out for
entries.
Nosworth, getting so much
Ace.
value in terms of
And
information
then
and
the
things.
only rounds
Sometimes
was
even kills,
when
as we saw
Aspas
on
didn't
Vic.
dash onto
But the
site.
post
And
plan that they have
maybe
here, the game plan
tanked
that
a
MIBR has on that
KO
attack side was definitely
knife
not to play
that I
post
didn't
plan,
see.
to play the suck delay, and to play the mollies, to play the util. They just want to
So
fight
it's like
back
one
against
mess
Cloud9.
up
We
and
talked
one
about the
hero
disrespect,
play. That's
and they
it.
gave it.
Well, we're going to be right back quick, just like that first half, to see if MIBR can bring us to a map 3.
I mean, I think they are. I feel like C9 did something similar to this in the off-season, though, where they came back from like a 10-2. Wouldn't be able to tell you what tournament it was, but maybe home ground. Do you want to watch EDG versus Crew on Haven? It would be another 13-0. EDG. Grover, thank you so much for that. That was tasty. Gonna interview coach position. Any tips as a former head coach? Gonna interview tomorrow for a coach position in Valorant. I would go in with something to show them, maybe. That would be something kind of nice in terms of like how you like to schedule a day. Maybe like how you would like to, I don't know what you feel like you're best in, but some kind of schedule for the day or some kind of way of approaching a map. That's pretty cool.
Art can bring us all the way to Pearl. Are they shining
or an
enough
anti-strap for a
to
team.
We'll find out.
But yeah,
so
I would go in and just.
So far, yeah. So
no one in esports is ever gonna go, well, that guy's too keen.
Easy 2-0,
like,
but
right. They want the keen people, man.
So MIBR showing a very strong attack side. C9 could also very much do the same, as their difference in comps also made it difficult for Cloud9 to play a stronger defensive side because of the double
Cyclone,
controller.
of course, dude.
But this might be a chance for them to bring it back.
All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. We are back on to the map, and we're about to
former
see
coaches? No, there's a lot of teams that have performance coaches.
The pistol back from MIBR.
Dude, why am I not recording this game? What's going on here? Is my brain just melted?
Going with the raid boss in shield.
I swear I was recording.
Only has 2 stars, so that maybe could be good in terms of smoke execs to play towards that site. But the delay that we talked about in the post play that Net was doing so often for G2 is not going to happen there.
He has 2 stars are to use. You can see one of the
Okay, we got Oxy with the ultimate raid boss. Yeah, get him the regen shield.
Almost tries to get the dash shot on here. Little tower action coming from MIBR, and Shenham and Osboss with a great little teamwork play there. Okay. The mechanics that we talk about from Osboss, just getting a bit of vision on site there, so they have the upper hand. Cortezia steps back, waits for the team to drop, and then he'll make his move. Oh, slow and quiet. They're just creeping around. All shift buttons are held right now as nobody really knows what's going on until they peek. It's just left up to Net. Trying to stop that
nice.
defuse.
Astra suck on this.
Cortezia now pulled
yeah,
off.
just one from time.
Half, just too much time, not even half yet. It's going to be shots from Nat. A beautiful job on the Astra.
Sure, let's give him a chance.
To C9, and they do get that pistol.
And that's the
we are 3-1 for pistols.
Want to go for that third smoke with a ghost potentially
3.
when you usually have a solo Astra in your composition is because he could also leverage Vic into these smokes, into the one-ways you mentioned before that doesn't allow here MIBR to
user
_
5321 with the prime. Thank you for the prime usage, mate. Appreciate the 2 months.
For Cloud9. And there was a good read for MIBR. They had a triple swing to fight back against that, but somehow you had Oxy head on a swivel to get that second kill.
Does that look like he's hugging the desk? He has his mouse like really far beyond his monitor.
It was good enough here.
There's quite a few people that do that. I think that's how Weber plays as well.
Oh dear. Lots of info on this. Osboss will always take
Saya. Dude, Saya's the nuts though. Saya's on the box, right? Saya's on the raised box.
And now they just hang out as they get a quick orb grab onto Oxy to make sure those blades can be effective in a few rounds.
And while the other two, the double controllers,
Snoop 28 as well. Thank you for the prime, mate. Appreciate using that also, dude.
It started off here with an aggression out from MIBR, then nothing left.
I like this. Little walk through middle. The only person, well, 2 people with the sheriff. Do it around the 1 minute mark where everyone starts to group. Yeah, they hear sound. We got the solo fake with the ghost, and everyone is here.
Shots here, he sees the rest of the team.
That's a free site.
You are free
but
to take
do they expect to push behind?
Cloud9 is going to go ahead and set up
Vic's instantly
Still
on
a
it.
pretty decent retake to come through with what we've seen from MIBR.
Nice shot. Every time I see the Omen, the cape's just going crazy.
Frag right there, but now they've traded sides of the site. It's all just up to this choke point. No smokes coming in for either side. Actually, yeah, Senham doesn't have any stars.
Confirmed at least now with
so the Yayopt on Astra, so yeah, it makes sense for positioning, but again, you don't have the TPs, but again, that's so fine.
Just got a star back, able to use it.
I think people are like off snobs at some point. It's like it has to be on this agents. I think it's slowly getting eliminated now.
To grab their rounds, drain the clock. and take out as many members as possible.
So they lost one gun and they got a regen armor. So we've got 4 guns for the bonus. Kind of fine with the one of them just forcing into it in 7-5. Lester Riv with the prime also. Thank you for the 2 months, mate. Appreciate the support, mate. Thank you.
And then C9 were just able to play an easy take towards that B site, but the post plant, the shares are still really good.
Agent with an op not make sense on, like second entry, like a KO, probably.
They're gonna focus for Oxy here. Looks like they might try to. Okay, she's got a weapon. I don't know. It's like 2 orbs. It'd be tough to get both of those, but they do go for the buy. Looks like it might be a Gen.
Yeah, stars on both ends too. One just
like Superman, yeah, do the omen things. I've never seen this before. Look at it.
Coming out from Mibr.
No capes. That's why we don't have capes. All right.
Yeah, that is so annoying. See that come out of Vic all the time. It's just like
he's like, woo.
Somebody's using old school ESP.
Yeah. Over to the left side, so they're trying to just default the map. It looks like the Spike still wants to go here. Vic doesn't have ult, so we do see a probable end at A.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on Aspas on this one. So we have the fake over towards B. We send it in, and I mean he got one. Yeah, he got one and he got early info, so the rotate can come in fast. And honestly, these 2 might feel like they're hit so fast that they just insta flood.
Exactly, it's less numbers towards the hit on the A side.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Net says bye-bye. Sit down to both Mibr members on site.
Real calm on this one.
Right? Now we still have,
I mean, looking like a bonus, right? How on earth did they lose this with the flank?
And of course, Net doing what he does best, staying behind and making sure that he's the last line to secure the round with the gravity well ready here on this Astra.
Sure, I'm not sure they can. Got no vision block. Got Astra Star.
Net can get that easy long shot as they swing out to try and get. Yep, ease. What a trade. Picture perfect there. And they can rinse and repeat as the members keep coming in.
And it's just the little things into how Cloud9 actually took advantage of that A side. And I talked about how they were able to learn.
It's a nice round as well. And C9 early on faking creates a lot of pressure. Right now, if they start site hitting, you would imagine that people are less likely to early rotate. So more likely for them to be able to win in time once they get the spike down.
So now that you have C9 scaling back in these corners, it's like, okay, well, we're going to go for a face check because we don't want to let people know that we are trying to hit the A site. You want to try to still add that surprise element.
I should say they didn't buy for the fake, but Terminator was here.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. They didn't buy for that fake, but they still cleared that corner. They made sure that that corner was cleared, walking back into the A main. So again, a great job for C9 and showing the amount of work that comes through from this team. It's been talked about before in other interviews where Imi was saying that he loves a team that has come together here for Cloud9 going into this kickoff. It is a team that, yes,
first time out,
fairly new, but it's a team that's super hungry to get some instant results. So when you have these moments where they're getting thrashed by G2, for example, some players want feedback.
Aspas got 2. Yeah, I mean the trade was good. Spacing was nice. Kind of nearly got collected, but
drawn up in the very beginning in the strat book, and it shows here. Just a small thing here that allows for them to be a little bit more perfect on a map like Abyss.
And talking to Zeppa in the interview last week, he said he believes this is the team around him that they feel like they can really work with, work forward. He called it the 3 Stooges, and him, Mitch, and Oxy kind of doing stuff around the map, just being goons as they can get their frags in and just do whatever.
The one hero gun gets thrown over towards Aspas.
They are definitely having fun, but Mibr has found their stride.
And he's at least on the site. And yeah, like we said here, they're probably going to fast site hit, and you would probably see a slower
from their first match here,
rotate come in from the rest of the team, just purely because they're maybe thinking that the fakes might happen again. See what the raid boss can do.
Even 10s into the last season, so to see rookies already go in these roles when they have heavy firepower to support a star player like Aspas, looking pretty good here for Mibr in the second map.
Vision up and over.
Let's see what the Recon's like. Recon should own this guy backside. Oh, Recon owns them both. Very, very nice.
Quick back and forth as Vic finds the trade.
Someone from Mibr has got to shoot this Recon from here.
already that flank is watched.
And honestly, if I'm Aspas, I'm letting him know after this round.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's
Like I would want my
anti-eco,
duelist
just
to be
how
like,
clean
mate, you
Oxy
gotta
was
shoot
in the
that
micro
recon here.
adjustments
I
to win
can't
that 1v1
play this
against
pause.
Aspas and attack through the box to get the headshot.
Ooh.
Cortezia.
Zephyr's uncovered though, right?
Pop flash, beautiful.
Oh, you better buy him dinner for that one. A few more from C9 here, as they're obviously going to be able to take down the MIBR members. And this round looks good. So
There's like a novelty tie.
that MIBR kind of spoke about. That could be for the next round when they get guns, right? It's like, hey, we're going to have this low buy, do the damage you can, and when we get guns, we're going to focus on this. So we'll see if the timeout comes into play here as we hit the next round.
Especially when you move into a round where Shannon, after that death, is going to have the Astro Wall to be
Why
able
is
to play
it
the
bugging
retake.
so much?
Aspas has Blade Storm if they need to actually buy a weapon for somebody else if they don't have enough of that economy.
Ooh.
I mean, I was going to say the pop flash was really nice to blind
so
up 2
good.
players, but you got 4 players playing Pulse Plan at that point for Cloud9. 2 of them didn't get blinded. So not the best value in the end here for Cortezia, but I like the attempt.
Aspas, another op.
Right, let's lock in for the buy rounds. We got another eco here. They win. What have we had? I mean, they pretty much just had sight hits, but we had a fake with Astra.
Just covering up towards this main, and they actually double it up too. So this is a huge risk.
Zeppa
right?
one away.
One and done in this position
Nice ult from here.
You're trying to play the bait from Aspas, but just leaving those players
Whoa,
anchored
whoa,
there
whoa, whoa.
doesn't
Oh
allow
my
for them to
goodness,
support
okay.
here towards this B site.
I was not expecting this. I thought we were going to like get the orb, take it a little bit slow. We had an Omen flash into flash dash on site.
That's all they get for now.
And obviously there was a KO flash high up as well. Keep
Keep
an eye on the luck.
They've been hitting the sites, I think is what MIBR is trying to
This is
stop,
one of the
but it
first
just
times,
does
if not the
happen.
first time, they've added a lurk in. Actually, that's a lie. They had it on A.
Opportunity for Shenum to even play behind the wall if they want to start using it, but that clock has been taken down on that spike.
And it was Mitch the other time, so now they're lurking with Net.
Not
And
too
dude,
sure
no one
that's
is
gonna be the
watching this,
play.
by the way.
Well, there
Net's
he
good
goes. It
for...
starts.
Nobody expects it's hardly a place anybody plays, but Zeppa's still there for one.
Oh no.
They know the op is there for Aspas, so they're just going to play behind walls here. Make a quick trade.
Time is really low. Astra's just got to stay alive for the Astra suck. Aspas needs to go for it.
Routed right now. Vic is about to have the back shot. Oh my gosh.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, Aspas had to go a little bit aggro here and just kill the Astra.
Aspas gets out with the op though, but another round for C9. They do lose everyone, but it's still another round.
That was still a nice play though by
Saves the
Cloud9.
op
They just stayed within the site.
into the next round.
They didn't necessarily overextend to try to fight back towards the heaven side. They just played towards the Ivy where there was no pressure coming back from MIBR at the very beginning. So many of them were funneled towards that top because they wanted to protect the VIP, being Aspas with the
what?
operator.
What are
but
you
as soon as
talking
they
about?
fall, when they couldn't win that first fight, when you know, Nosworth dropped down, then it's so hard for you to retake with an operator.
Right, more like this round?
You just
Yeah,
keep
probably.
Ned alive towards the Ivy. He throws a suck, there's no defuse, and that's it.
But
Trap play
it would have been
attempt,
a...
maybe
He
aggression.
would have got traded no matter what, but if he killed the Astra, there's
You can
probably
see
time to
right there in mid,
defuse.
yeah, from MIBR.
Depends what the comms are like here,
Capitalize on
really.
some. They've dropped the op to Shenum here when Aspas has the Blade Storm, so interesting to see the choice there. He has been fragging. Let's see what he can do with the sniper. Ooh, they kind of bite into this.
And we're out here
Oxy's gonna
committed.
get
It's a
one.
nice trade.
These blades for Aspas are going to strike true. You better believe that, and he already gets one.
As soon as they see him here, do they piece together that he threw the op to anyone?
And it could allow Aspas to become
Oh,
a
this is
weapon
nice
as
from
C9
Aspas. We're
gives up
sending
that
it.
space. So that's a Phantom now picked up. And the operator is still locking down towards that B site while you have stars. So they have stall for MIBR as well.
Great control with Aspas moving up. They know
that
this
knife
hit's
hit a
gonna be
lot.
here. Quick Hunter's Fury. Just misses to the side. It's a bit of a flank as they trade kills.
Now what,
across
plan
the
for
map
spawn,
here.
push
They're gonna be
spawn?
able to plant the 3v3 now.
Flip it.
Yeah.
Slowly stopping. They don't feel safe in this situation, and that always feels weird. They know
What
the
a
spike's
kill.
going down backside.
That gives them so much
Don't know
space.
about Aspas yet.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah. Right on.
I looked on the minimap. Did he just miss it, or was there an Astra
was a
suck or
pistol
something?
round,
I was
but
watching
it's
on the
okay.
minimap.
That's
He
what
was like
goes
bugging
in
out
that.
over towards here. Oh boy, I think he just missed the
That's no
jump,
suck as well
man.
here.
Oh god, imagine they lose this round.
Nosworth. Jump peek, patience. Perfect pull in here. Great high-low to play. Almost is able to capitalize on the 1v1s, but Vic comes up with the last frag again to get around for
Couple
C9.
of thank yous being exchanged, I imagine.
In those moments where MIBR only have pistols
Surely
and
we've got this
shares to work
replay.
with, they still have great
I
firepower.
gotta know.
You look at these regions in Brazil, in Turkey, they have tremendous firepower coming out from these regions as well. Which is why, oh, that's unfortunate. Which is why, though, you're looking on that end, you have to credit teams like MIBR finding and trying to bring
Astra
up tier 2
ult.
players
Last
into
time they
their main
faked it
comps,
over towards
into their main
B,
rosters.
and
But as
I
we
like this from
continue to praise
MIBR.
earlier on
We got a bit of a
MIBR's
KO
performances
or
on their
anti-KO
attack side,
setup.
This has all been flawless by Cloud9 so
Omen
far
ult
on their attack
gets
side.
cancelled.
Quick cross the map check here
Ooh,
from
Omen
Vic.
ult. While they go for the
There it is,
Omen
Nick
ult, we
A, but
dash
look
over
at
towards middle, and
Oxy.
hopefully everyone's
He
so
is
busy
inverted
searching for the
way
Omen
deep
ult that
into
they don't
mid
hear
here.
the
Nobody
jump
knows.
across.
Here rotates too, potentially in spawn.
Oh, that's so
To be
sick.
able to stop all of that, the team feels comfortable to get into the front of the site as Oxy takes down Arnesine on the top of tower. Spike's down for now, but Vic already makes the leap to the top of box.
My goodness.
And they capitalize on the site here. Man, Oxy
What
is
a
so
cool
far
round.
through, they have to wonder how far MBR does. They can get back to the site without seeing him.
And that's Oxy giving a little bit of a taste of MIBR's own medicine.
Yeah,
Honestly,
as
this
he's
was
the one
really,
pushing
really
up
cool. I
towards
like
middle
that a
net.
lot.
Usually the lurker as a sentinel, as Cortesia did. But
And
him with
Milan,
the
hello,
dash,
hello,
able to
congrats,
get even
dude.
more
It
space
was
towards that spawn and
an
catch players
absolute
off
game.
guard.
It was so
does
fun
give
to
a chance
watch.
for Ospas to get value out of that operator. So early round, going into towards the end, C9 did a great job avoiding the operator.
Dude,
from
Haven must have been
Ospas,
so mad
who
to
has
watch.
been hot. You mentioned it before here, going into
Yes.
second map.
In the
Feeling
coach booth.
very good here. And they do a good job to do it too. I mean, you take Oxy and you slow walk him up mid. I think MIBR's been alerted the whole time to a site hit being Oxy dashing in.
Remind you of
So like, oh,
Strata
no, he has a
C9
dash
used to
in
run
here. Oh, no,
last
he's
year.
mid. So
Foxy
very
was
big
CT
change up here
spawn.
from the way C9
I think I remember
approached
the round you're
to
talking about.
possibly avoid that off. Not show a strong hit, but be silent until they were ready to attack.
Okay,
and
2
that was
guns,
Oxy.
2-9 loss bonus still.
Neat stuff
So
as they switch
there's
up
only
the
one
strategy
person that takes
this
the
late
hit.
in the game.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a wrench in the wheels
Went
for
for the
sure. when you
Sages,
think
yeah, I can
as an
imagine.
IGL coming out from a timeout a little while ago, that you're starting to understand their read a little bit more
Yeah.
of how C9's executing here in these rounds, but then suddenly you have that, boom, push up towards middle here from Oxy. So now the second
want a
timeout
third
from
map?
MIBR.
Interesting. And
Gotta-
C9 was able to capitalize on one of these as
Get
well.
one on the board on
last
defense.
time. So Emmy using this.
They're dodging the
this
up
time
pretty well.
Very effectively to get through into what the team needs to do.
I think from this timeout, it's just trying to see how for Ospas they could really leverage the operator. As yes,
Would I
you're-
prefer a
you're
third
having
map
him
or
gear
more
towards
sleep?
these extremities from the very
I would
beginning,
honestly prefer
except
more
for that
sleep.
round where he actually gave the operator to somebody else.
Because
who
tomorrow's
really
a stack
late
day as well.
Adam, yep.
And that C9 doing a good job avoiding these extremities. And
But I don't, dude,
focusing
I'm never
potentially a
gonna,
bit more onto
never gonna be
not necessarily
angry
pick
at a
control,
third map.
but at least inserting players in that spot. So there is an opportunity here for MIBR to maybe push a little bit more in these occasions.
He'll wake up. Yeah, it's a
Trying to
big China
thwart
game
your
tomorrow.
C9 setup.
Yeah, and when we get back into game, I mean, just look at that scoreboard across the top there. Cloud9 on the second half has just
Jesus.
been punishing
Yep.
towards MIBR.
Dude, Amy's gonna
Something
watch the
we've
VOD
seen,
back. Stop
on
typing
Abyss
that.
As well, right? Especially when we go towards the more default comps, it's been much more explosive on the attack sides. And
Poor
Pulse Plan's
dude.
usually really good for stalls with the Astra, but with these two teams playing within the sites, crossfire setups within the sites,
Okay,
they've actually been quite clean as
what
well.
is the change?
Ooh, the push.
Oh my god.
The KO knife.
Okay.
Oh, blocked it.
Still got a kill though, at least with the
Yes.
Hunter's Fury.
Yes.
Yeah, still
So
got the
off
main
timeout
kill.
was actually just to
They
play
take down the
around
KO.
operator and the Hunter's
Pretty big.
Fury while they have, you know, whatever buy they could muster. Cortesia with the Guardian, but at least they find
Knife
value
hits
for
3
MIBR
as
to
well. They don't know where 1 is, and they just invented, invested.
Well there.
Yeah, that sleep
The
would be
side of
really
MIBR
nice.
to let you know they are
Just
at the right
invested
site. They're watching
the
the right, but here actually comes the paranoia.
Astra
Taken down by
ult.
the fragment grenade.
And these two need to chill, and
so
Viper
the
just,
red
sorry,
line as well,
yeah,
in terms of
Astra
the
just
hit
needs to
that
play.
Cloud9's trying to
Holy
do.
hell, we're losing our
A
mind.
pop flash play into
Where's
the
Viper
A
come
heaven
from? There's
rather
literally
than
no Viper on the
gets forward,
server.
and that's a nice cap. So all these adjustments on the timeout, that was probably a lot of information being said here by Front in the
Feel
very,
good,
very
chat.
beginning.
It's not like we
but
got a whole more year
downloaded
of
by
this.
MIBR in the server.
And MIBR have chosen to kind of give up this mid area again, but use util to re-clear it. They're happy to guard the sites with the members they have and let mid be taken as long as they can still get an idea of what's there.
30 seconds
Do I want the Asher to jaw this? No, not really.
Quite far, but now back on the flank is C9. Looks
What do I do? What do I know when he's done that?
By Shannon. Almost another one as he identifies Nat, just looking over.
Okay, very, very nice. They're on the board, and no one even took any damage.
Nice round by Mibr as they kind of get a timeout back into resetting the team.
That's how you get value off the operator from Aspas. How do you get the best out
Yeah,
of
the plan
it?
was
Just
pretty
push him
good.
forward,
Sova ult
through the
deep,
Fury.
once they kind of
Despite him,
committed towards the sides to hide from the flash, and then when they dodge in the ult, should hopefully be able to get a up shot.
So it looks like they have found. I mean, it took a bit of rounds here for Fraud. It took, what, 7 rounds in a row? Coming
Oxy,
out from,
backup
C9
gun
for him
for
to realize
the
how they could actually counter
jet
these,
knives.
this Cloud9 play.
Probably worth doing when they got the KO. And that is nice with this one. Did they do the thing where they updraft before the barrier and then floated? I think so.
So quick. I think Mitch went down first to last time as well. So
Yeah.
they can't
Yeah,
really
that
use
play
the
is so,
knife,
so good. You just don't hear
identification here.
anything.
They have to make sure Zeppa's
Like
in
the old
place
Icebox
when
one
they
you
hit
could
it.
do when it was lowered
It is
down.
A bit of rinse from rinse and repeat here as Net goes for the push again.
That's it. Instead of a camera this time around, it's a trip. So now they still have passive information.
Exactly.
They want to give up this middle. So when I thought in a timeout they wanted to fight middle more, it's more reactionary. So the trip breaks, they pull out the L drone, they see a little bit of information.
Where's the updraft
here and
from?
there, but
It's
still a
literally
bit
just
left
here,
on the
but
clock.
it's like
Still a
you do it
lot of
before the
map power to
barrier
be played this round.
I feel like
goes
C9
down,
is
right? So
playing,
the
if
peak of
you
your
do
jump
good
is the
over there,
barrier
we'll
goes
go that
down,
way.
and then
They're
you
so
just
spread
float
out
onto
right
it,
now.
so
Obviously,
they
have
don't
a
hear the
plan,
updraft.
But a lot of 1v1s can be created in this situation. They're trying to catch Mibr off guard, but credit to Mibr. They're playing really smart.
Not sure they need to do that in the 4v5, but maybe their coach told them to be more proactive.
Two nice kills,
Yeah,
though.
and this is a free site.
Really quick snap there to make sure he gets 2. The rest of the team says we are all over this site. Every entry is Cloud9's as they take B. But it is a 3v3, and Vic is hurt.
The good news for Mibr is they kept their rounds so clean, so if they do lose this 3-3, they got money. But you would imagine... Oops. Right, I didn't finish the sentence.
They're clearing everything.
Yeah, they still tried to push forward, got a couple of
Why did they do the 4v5 push? I think their coach told them to be proactive.
Give me orbs, says Aspas.
4 stars in the front of
Tap
B.
of the spike, get the... Ooh, hold up.
Everything's
It's doable.
unloaded in the front.
Oh, and the paranoia can't find anything.
Okay, well.
Knives over their shoulders.
just when I was like looking at the positions, I was like, hold up, smoke's here as well. But
another round and are within
guess that's what happens when you get a little bit of belief.
It was important.
Insta shut
I mean,
down.
This is the, second time that they have an attempt to fight back in the front of B, placing the Aster Stars in the front.
Doable, yeah, I
where
even
they're
sat
just
up a
guessing
little bit, to be
loading on
honest.
things, but none of the players from Cloud9 are
Punished
actually
for it.
playing there. Out in the window, further back towards the spawn. This should have been something, too, that they could have identified before from Net. He loves to play so far back in these moments where he's going to be the last man standing or potentially the silver lining.
It's a really important round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Losing this, they'd be on a 2-4 loss bonus, so everyone be sitting around like what, 2-5, 3-2.
Who in their round now has to play the early info game. Already the Owl drone was burnt out while they have Aspas
Yeah, we're
inserted.
just straight up B
They saw
hitting on this
nothing,
one.
so
we
it's a
got
good
double
read
cage for
here, at
retake.
least, that they know the hit from Cloud9
We
is
got a
towards
camera and a recon to try and get him a
Retake
kill.
Positioning for Mibr. Let's see how adjusted.
Oh, they're going
C9
fast
can get
flood.
to site here. Aspas waiting to come around with the operator until they get that spike
Yeah, let's see what the
confirmation.
Joes are
He
like.
doesn't believe that a first hit is a real hit from Cloud9.
flash.
And why would you after these
Oh,
maps?
absolutely
Beautiful flash from
tanked
Arcene as they
it.
get a quick trade back. Null command still there. Around in sight though for now. Spike has not been planted.
As soon as the
yet, and
smoke
it's not
goes,
even
is this
towards
guy not
sight.
dead?
He's down and can get
Whoa,
in.
last bullet. He only had
somehow still
2.
gets the kill.
Still trying to battle back
Zeppa's
and forth
just
here.
spamming
Spike is
away
off.
at the
It's just looking
KO.
for the frags, it seems, this round.
Astra's been
Aspas is
watching
going to be
behind,
coming around, and he might just get
but
an idea of where Net
isn't
is before Net
watching
knows.
If anything, though, if
this.
he moves towards that window, he'll never see the spike. So
Oh
this could be an
boy.
opportunity.
Here's it.
Oh, it makes
Oh
noise.
boy, Aspas is
Yeah,
definitely on
wait.
that.
Free kill. It's a free
That's
kill.
going to be the spike as well. And then what on earth do
Easy.
you do on site here?
Yeah. It's too much movement for Mibr.
No, why have you
Beautiful
done
job
that at Heaven?
Get around the map knowing they have this time, but Nasr going down makes things a bit trickier here.
Got Omen ult.
A quick push to the back, 13 seconds on the round. All they have to do is live on the side of Mibr.
The suck now. It's a concuss instead, but he's able to stick it.
Shenum coming around, it should be enough.
Very nice. Okay, 2 chances.
With another one of the round-ending frags.
Guy, it got a little bit scary, this.
What a nice attempt, though, by Vic to TP to grab that spike.
Yeah.
But overall for MIBR, I was questioning a little bit what Artazine was doing with the null command and not playing, you know, the flood retake with that null command. But it turned out to be actually quite good because in
That map is so fun, dude. We've gone through worse. It's so good.
Side, when C9 was trying to flood back, what was important? The KO flash that throws up at this very spot right here where Oxy gets the pick onto Cortezia. So getting that null command up doesn't allow here for C9 to counter back with util, so you could actually come in and take the advantage and get the trade and allow Ospas to get the lurk from behind. So I like it towards the end. Because Ospas looked like he was way too far to be able to play that.
Run the unintentional 24-hour stream, dude. The only way it happens is
just at the right
it either happens on like a day when there's all the
like
finals or tech delays.
Really been able to fix. Honestly, they've been taking so many punches this round, so it comes up in round 20.
EMEA started early, it could happen.
22.
Yeah.
This was almost C9 making a full sweep on the second half of the map.
But I think Americas would have to start later now.
Timeouts coming in from MIBR have very much paid off. 3 seconds till we out of this one from Imi, and he's gonna try to get the team sorted. We've seen a lot of A hits and then B hits. C9 have just recently started working mid. We'll see if they keep pressuring that.
Yeah, at least to start, you see behind the barrier.
Right, 2 chances. Imi's getting involved, and yeah, it's like the Hail Mary. It's the, well, our sight hits doesn't seem to work, so let's create pressure over towards middle, Astra smoke into Omen smoke. And then you create mid pressure that should make them weaker, but then we actually like
allow for them to get early information.
go in mid.
Unless he wants to avoid it in the very beginning.
It feels like we're going mid.
Now starts walking up.
Seeing one, still wants the shot. Nice pop flash.
Yeah, that was a good flash to take the angle.
But it only catches Net.
Net's got to imagine that the op is here after that flash. So I'm really not sure he wants to swing this.
That line. Yes, he doesn't have dash anymore, but actually looks like they're deciding to give it up because he hear the owl drone towards middle.
Oxy's still going to move up with that.
Okay, late double smokes over towards middle to create pressure. Recon.
Fantastic here. This trip
What's
is no
known?
longer on. They've pinged in. That's going to be the drone though. Just in time.
Okay, what on earth does Oxy do decision making here? This is rough.
Oxy's going to keep holding that line, but lose Mitch in the process.
Really nice from Aspas.
What a look, what a shot. And Aspas shuts down Oxy. A 5v3 now as Cloud9 is wondering where they can end here without their sight hit.
Thankfully, it's still 2 controllers up for Cloud9. They could smoke up everything and try to work
Ah, no,
as a
they're
group.
so dead.
Paranoia is still available as
Oxen
well.
just wins the round. Oh, why is he pushing?
Straight out of the
Okay,
smoke without
so
too
good.
much
Like I
util.
said,
It's what they have
Hudson
to do
wins the
at
round.
this point. Jump forward with the shorty as Vic
Okay,
is
chat.
just taken down to 46.
Got a little power.
The
We
rest
got the
for
third map.
Aspas is up. And that is the map for MIBR. We're going to be seeing Pearl.
Yeah, I mean, they just go way too many rounds.
Elimination matches
Way
going,
too
all three.
many rounds on
What
their
a good
attack.
second map coming out from MIBR. It looked like at some point Cloud9 was going to be able
Sleep
to
is
claw
slipping
back
away. Dude, I didn't
in
even
this
record
game
this
series.
video
But it
as
was
well,
almost the same
so I don't know how I'm
scenario when
gonna
they
get
played
that
against
back.
Mibr
I'm gonna have to
Map.
download the
Those
VOD.
moments when you were already leading
VOD's
10-2
huge.
at the half, if you're still making small mistakes here and there, you still
Of
have
course,
so much
Sonia, of
cushion to
course.
work with. So MIBR did a great job.
Thank you. I'll see you
leveraging
tomorrow.
The late timeouts from both Broad and leveraging
Yeah, it's a
even
long day,
Eevee's,
dude. Go get some
timeouts
sleep.
to be able to capitalize and squeak through and force this to a third.
Okay,
map.
chat. I'll be back in a little bit, right?
Stuff. We're seeing Cortezia come online.
The last
Shenum
map.
come online now. Those B-side guards from Shenum, absolutely huge. A lot
Have
of
we seen
round-ending
Pearl
kills from
yet?
him.
I can't even remember.
Stuff we did not expect to see.
Remember,
coming
we've
from
seen
the
C9 and
MIBR
Pearl? I don't
rookies,
think so.
especially after their game one, but
We might have.
they have absolutely come online. They've shaken off the nerves.
Okay,
and
I'll be back in a little bit,
they are
chat.
ready to make this elimination match not be their last. It looks like we will be taking a quick break, but stick with us because we are diving into Pearl next to see who will be going home and who will be going on.